Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. This week I'm going to be sharing with you how to make super fluffy and extra foaming bath salts. We are going to be using some Epsom salts and some colloidal oats for a very therapeutic and soothing bath, and we're adding some bubbling agents to give it a little bit of foam and lather and some color just for fun. You guys have been asking me for a couple years now actually to share a bath salt formula with you all, and for some reason that has just been a back burner formula for me, but I finally have one. I wanted to be able to share with you kind of my unique take on bath salts, and I finally have a formula worthy of sharing, and I hope that you really like it. This would be a great little gift for Valentine's, or something that if you're a maker that sells your products to put in your shop around the Valentine's season. And if you missed last week's video and formula, I shared how to make a solid bubble bath, and I really am pleased with that unique formula as well. So these are both great ideas for the upcoming Valentine's holiday for gifting or just using for yourself. In this video today, I'm going to be going over my full visual process and step-by-step tutorial of how to make these luxurious bath salts. But if you would like the full written recipe and a full written detailed step-by-step tutorial with percentages and amounts and links to where I've gotten everything to make this project, please head over to my Patreon campaign. You can find this over there at just the $5 level. If you haven't had a chance to check out my campaign, I really hope that you'll make 2026 your year. I'll place the link to my campaign in the description box below. There you can find every formula I've ever published over there since 2019. There are hundreds of them to take advantage of and take a look at. So I really hope you'll come on over and become part of the community. All right, let's get started. All right, so this is a super easy formula to put together. It just consists of a dry phase and a wet phase, and then you just kind of put everything together. So we're gonna start off by weighing the dry phase ingredients, and we're gonna start with some dendritic salt. Now, dendritic salt is really just salt, but it's a form of salt, and it's used in these types of formulas for a very specific reason. Now, I mentioned in my intro that we were making a super fluffy bath salt formula, and the fluffiness is going to come from the dendritic salt. This is going to be used for bulking our formula and to give it a nice fluffy texture, but also it's going to improve the flow. So if you've ever had bath salts that cake up after a while and get stuck in the container, it didn't have something like dendritic salt in it. Or there's other ingredients you can use, like tapioca starch, to act as the bulking agent or the absorbing agent as well, to give it that flow. So today I'm using dendritic salt crystals for bulking and to help this formula be fluffy and flow easily out of your container, and it will make your salt, the other salts, not cake up. So we're going to go ahead and weigh that off first. And salt is very detoxifying in the bath. We're making a 500 gram batch today. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and add in some colloidal oats to this as well. We're using the colloidal oats for their soothing and skin protecting properties. Now you kind of have to be careful with how much oats you add. If you add too many colloidal oats, it can detract from the foam, and we're going to be adding a bubbling agent to this as well. There we go. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in the bubbling agent. Now today for the bubbling agent, I'm going to be using some SLSa. This is sodium lauryl sulfoacetate, not to be confused with sodium lauryl sulfate. This is much gentler, much more mild, has a low pH, and it's plant-based. So we're going to go ahead and get our dust mask on. That's also very important. Make sure you have a good dust mask. You don't want to be breathing in the dry surfactant before we wet it down. Once it's wet down, you can take your mask off.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and weigh off our SLSa. Okay, so I said we were going to put in all the dry ingredients first, and actually we're going to put all the dry ingredients in here except for the Epsom salt. I'm going to be adding in the Epsom salt last. So we're going to go ahead and add in one more dry ingredient here before we add in some of our wet ingredients, but we're going to be adding in some mica colorant. I'm using Firecracker by Nurture Soap. Okay, I'll be mixing this with, I thought I would be running out of this, so I'm going to be mixing this with some beautiful magenta, also from Nurture Soap. This is a neon magenta color. Colors from Nurture Soap are very potent. So we're using this at a small ratio. It's still going to give us some beautiful color. Okay, so I'm just going to take my spatula and get this mixed together and well blended. Then I'm going to add in the wet ingredients. I'm just kind of breaking up the clumps a little bit here too. That's going to be a beautiful color. So I'm just working out all the clumps. You can get in there with your hands as well and just okay, on to the wet ingredients here. We're going to be adding in some polysorbate 80. This is going to be acting as an emulsifier as well as a solubilizer for that fragrance oil. So with the oils, you're not going to get a slick bathtub if you use polysorbate 80 because it's going to bind to the oils, and then when you drain the tub, it's going to go down the drain emulsified. What this is also going to do is drag the color down with it as well. So you're not going to get any of this color clinging to your bathtub. To me, this is a must-have if you're going to be using mica colorants in your formulas that are going in the bathtub, like bath bombs. Any type of emulsifier is a good idea in your bath bombs or your bubble bars, your bubble scoops, bath salts, if you're using mica, so it doesn't cling. So we're going to go ahead and add in our polysorbate 80. Okay. And then the last wet ingredient we're going to be adding in is the fragrance oil. Today I'm using Berry Silk by Brambleberry. These match the bubble scoops that I just made last week as well. And this is a Love Spell dupe. This is a Victoria's Secret Love Spell duplicate. It smells super good. It's nice and strong in the bath salts. Okay, and then at this point, all you're going to do is work the liquids into the powdered ingredients until you get kind of an even dough type mixture. It's going to be definitely crumbly, not like a workable dough, but it's going to be like a crumbly kind of powdery mixture. Once all that SLSa is wetted down, then you can go ahead and remove the mask. Okay, which I'm going to do right now.
Okay, once your formula looks like this, kind of like a crumbly, beautiful powder, it's time to go ahead and add in the Epsom salts. Now the Epsom salts are really the bulk of the formula, so this is going to dry out a lot once we add in our Epsom salts. And the Epsom salts are basically They're used for their therapeutic properties. They're great if you have sore muscles, great for like muscle recovery and just overall relaxation. Now I'm gonna go get another pair of gloves here real quick so I don't dye everything that I touch pink. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and start adding in our Epsom salts. Again, this is the bulk of the formula. And I'm using a coarse grain Epsom salt. I want to go ahead and get these little cakes of salt out of here. Make sure you check for that as well. But that's a good example of what it looks like when your salt starts to cake and clump up. So if you're not using a dendritic salt or another type of absorbent material in your bath salts, they will eventually clump up. Okay. So then I'm just going to go ahead and mix my salts into this mixture until everything is evenly coated and looking the same color. That's so pretty. It's going to make the bath water so pretty. And I'm just going to continue to mix this until my salts are looking very well coated with the pink color, and then I'll bring you back for packaging and a little bit of a use demo. It smells so good in here. All right, these are all mixed up now. We're going to go ahead and package them into these 8-ounce PET containers. They probably hold closer to about 10 ounces. I can weigh that off. We can weigh that off and see. This would also be fun to like layer your colors. So if you wanted to do another color, you could kind of, you know, make a layer of this color and then a layer of something else. But this is definitely an extra fluffy formula with beautiful flow. It's too chunky to come out of like a shaker, I would say. I mean, you could probably find a shaker that would work. It would just have to have a really big, like little, you could probably find a shaker that would work, but I think the openings on the shaker would have to be on the bigger side to get an even disbursement of salts and everything else that's in here, bubbling action. I just like to scoop out, like you can use quite a bit of this in one bath, and this fragrance carries really well in this formula. Okay, so we're just going to fill it to here, but I'll show you in my use demo how I place these in the bathtub. But isn't that gorgeous? Just so pretty, so easy to make. You could leave the color out. You could do, I've seen like at Target, there's like the Dr. Bronner's, I think it's Dr. Bronner's, I'm not sure now if it is or not, Dr. Bronner's brand that has like just they're not foaming, they're just regular Epsom salts, but there's all kinds of things you can do with it. They sent them with a lavender and they don't have a color. So again, there's just all kinds of ways you can customize this, but I really wanted to show you this bubbling formula. Okay, got a little bit left over here. I'll demo with that in the tub. But there you go. Aren't those just so cute and fun to make? Smell super good. Be nice and therapeutic in the tub. I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit of a use demo on this amount that's in here. You can just put it in your tub as you like, but I think you can use a lot of Epsom salt in the bathtub, so don't be afraid to use a hefty amount of this, and I'll share with you what that looks like.